Tascam Part 2.
CBS News.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan with CPP Tech. How you guys doing? Welcome back to Tascam Part 2. So I've had a little bit of time to go over this Tascam recording system, and it's actually pretty sweet. It took me a little bit to figure out all the settings or what have you. There's quite a few YouTube videos out there on how to set there's quite a few videos out there on YouTube to set this how to set this thing up. I like it. We're going to go through some demonstrations through the XLR cables and the actual system I'm using with my lapel mic with the radio on here as well. I've already preset everything, and we'll go into switching back and forth from the camera to the audio from this. So, but I had mentioned before, I got some power banks because we're going to actually power this externally and not through the AA batteries that you have to use. So I figured I got two of them, and actually I got one for the Tascam and one for the GoPro. This is what I'm going to do to solve the problem with the battery. And I think this was a 10,000 milliamp battery, so that'll be cool. It'll give me more power and longer record time on the Tascam. So I've decided I'm going to use the Velcro and try to attach it to the cover. Boom. Two calls. So let's go ahead and try that real quick. Let's go ahead and apply the Velcro to the battery and the cover. So while we're doing this, here's a long word from a sponsor that's not our sponsor, but probably somebody else's sponsor on YouTube. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, so now that that's done, that makes it a little bit easier. It gets the job done anyway. It can sit on that tripod and not really be out of the way. And I got it on Velcro, so you can easily take this off and power it. So here's what the cool thing is. So when you get it on the tripod, you can plug your power cable right into there. It's got two USB ports on this power bank, so you could actually charge or run something else as well. But for right now, we're just going to run the Tascam. So now that that wire's out of the way, just press the button and it turns on. Simple as that. So, along with going with looking at this, we actually have two channels. We've got two channels that our phantom power for the XLR, and then, whoa, I hit the camera with my feet. Get me in the head. It has 2 channels with the XLR with the phantom power. You can actually turn the phantom power off and on using these 2 toggles. So you got channel 1 and channel 2, which is channel 1 and channel 2 on your XLRs. So if you look at it really closely, you can see it. And if I move it over to line, and then phantom and mic. So if you have a mic that's not phantom power, you can change it over. So with that being said, line or channel 3 and 4 are together on this. These three knobs here, they actually adjust your gain. So that's a nice feature. I'll get into the recording thing in a minute. So right now I'm doing I've got the lav mic with the wireless receiver over there. So why don't we test this? This may or may not. I mean, I tested all this before we did all this. Oh, I wanted to go over one more thing with you here. So this camera in, what's cool about this camera in is, so yes, we're recording separate audio from here than from what the camera is. Okay. However, when you put the camera in line from here to there using one of these, it will actually record to the camera as well. So whenever you go into post, you can sync up all the audio, because this is supposed to have actually an EQ in here and filter the audio better than just going straight into your camera. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab this because I need this. I need this for my wireless. Okay, so if this is done right, I'm recording right now from the to the Tascam, and it should be going to the phone over there, or the camera. We'll find out later if I did this right. So this is the audio that I'm getting off of the Tascam right now. So we're going to try something here, and I'm going to actually hook up the XLR and see what this sounds like. I don't know if I'm going to have to stop the recording or not. I'll stop the recording for the audio, but I have it all set up. I just got to go and change settings inside the system here. So I'm hoping it'll let me record. This is a test. See, this is what we're doing here. I haven't fully gone through all of this stuff, but I figure you guys deserved a second video. I've gotten a little bit of knowledge more on what's going on with this thing. So I'm still recording. Let me see if it actually will allow me to go over to the XLR mic for the phantom mic. So I'm sure it will, but let's see what happens here. No, it won't. Okay, well that's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to have to stop the audio, and then I'll resume back through this. Okay, so this is actually the mic here. Can we tell a difference? I won't know until I get it in post, because this is me bringing you what I'm experiencing as I'm doing it. I did learn the basics on how to set all this stuff up. However, the whole point of this video is to see how well this does overall. So, thank you for coming with me on the ride. Here's the XLR. That's the audio. We're gonna go ahead and switch back. Okay, as you can tell, we had the settings, the gain up way too high on that. So we've done some more adjustments on the Tascam, and let's see what this sounds like. I think we have it. So let's change this lav mic over to the Tascam and take a look at it. Okay, so this should be the lav mic. The adjustments I did was I put the line 3 and 4 because they share, because it's a 3.5 millimeter on mid, and on these dials here I've went ahead and got the minimum and the max. I did 3, 6, 9, and then 12, and minimum is 1. So I've got it on the mid and 9 on my dial here for the lav mic. So what we're going to do now is go over to the XLR mic and take a look at how that one's set up. So give me a second and we'll be on the XLR. Okay, so this should be the XLR. I'm going to test my thing. Okay, so yeah, so it's hooked up. This should be the XLR. I've got that set at mid and the dial set at 12 o'clock. There might be some noise, background noise. I've got the AC running, and these XLR mics actually pick up more noise than the lav mic does. So I don't use the XLR mic that much, but we get this going and fine-tuned and tuned in. I may use that lav mic a lot more than what I anticipate. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go back over to the camera on the lav mic and see if we can't tell the difference. Okay, now we're back on the camera, or the audio of the camera. So can you tell the difference? I think I can. So there's a bunch of benefits on recording your separate audio. You know, you get a crisper sound. There's quite a bit of benefits of recording your sound separate from your camera. Most of your cameras don't have the EQ, the equalizer in there to stabilize the audio, and it doesn't really come out as crisp and as good. Where the Tascam's got an equalizer in it and a small amplifier to boost the audio performance of. There's a channel called Creative Media Group on YouTube, and they do a big, huge tutorial on all the features that are on here, and they go step by step on setting it up and what have you. So I'm going to direct you over to them to go into more detail and depth on all this. I just wanted to show you guys the Tascam and recording on separate audio and what the benefits are of it. So right now I'm going to actually go over to the computer, and I'm going to show you in Premiere how to set it up, or where you got your audio from your camera and in your separate audio, and syncing it up with the two, and then actually marrying them, or what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. Linking it to each other so they don't go anywhere afterwards. So let's head on over there. All right, guys, so we're over here in OBS. I'm having some problems with OBS. For some reason, it doesn't want to, I mean, it's showing the audio right here, the audio clip I just selected, but whenever I go and put a video clip in there, it doesn't want to display it on there and play it through. And when I do get it on there, it's choppy, so bear with me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys in Premiere Pro what the benefits of, of, uh, recording a separate audio from the audio track on your camera. The benefits of recording a separate audio from the audio track on your camera. you still want that audio track on your camera so you can do the sync on it. The audio from the camera just isn't going to be as good as the secondary audio. And this is where the benefits come into play. And I'm going to show you on Premiere. My cursor's not even showing up on there. I don't know what's wrong with OBS, but we should be able to at least show you. So I'm going to drop the video clip that's got the audio attached to it that was recorded from the camera. And then what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to drag in the audio clip. So now we've got the video clip and the audio clip, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're actually going to highlight all three layers. Right click. Now you can't see it because it's not popping up for some reason. But you're going to go up to synchronize. You're going to press synchronize. And a little bar is going to come up. And you're going to click audio if it's not clicked already. Track 1 or track 2, depending on how many tracks you have on there. You press OK, and it's actually going to process. And you're probably going to see the second audio it just disappeared, right? Well, if I actually scroll over, it's right there. So we should be able to hear both audios overlapping each other. Okay, so if this is done right, I'm recording right now from the So now you say, okay, no, we've got the second audio. Do I press mute? No. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to highlight the video clip with the audio on it. I'm going to right click it. I know you can't see it, but there's an unlink button. So I'm going to click that. Now I have separate links on. The audio and the video is not linked together. So I can actually go in here and I can delete that audio clip from the camera. So now that's gone. So now what you want to do before you do anything is highlight the secondary audio in the video clip, right click, and then press link, and now they're linked together. I know you can't see it. Well, I guess you can. See how it moves together with it? So now they're linked together, and you don't have to worry about them going apart and getting out of sync with each other. So I wanted to show you guys just real quick on the secondary audio through OBS. So let's go ahead and go back over, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Tascam and get the into the video. All right, go over there. All right, guys. Well, sorry about that audio. I was having a problem, like I said, I was having a problem with OBS and the microphone, so it kind of sounded a little bit echoey. But I just wanted to show you that real quick. I figure you guys got the gist of how that all works. So, with that being said, I really like the Tascam. I am going to be using it a lot here. So I promise you part 2. Here's part 2. All right, guys. Well, check out my other videos. And if you like this one, subscribe, like, hit that bell so you get notifications. And have a good day. Take care.